Warning, mature content ahead. You are now entering the Atomic Nerd Alert. What is going on, everybody? It has been a little bit, about 2 weeks for a break. We have been trying to get repairs done to the house. They've been proving futile at the moment, but we're still trying to get those done. That's a can of worms we won't put you down that rabbit hole there.
Yeah, definitely not.
How is everybody doing today, tomorrow, yesterday? My friends, peace.
Okay, tart toter.
Yes, the royal tart toter. It is I, Jordan, the Dorkasaur of Nerds, and I am back again with the weird-ass sister, Holly.
So it went from the weirdo to the ever, what was it?
Constructive.
That's it. Ever constructive, and now back to the weird-ass sister?
Yes.
How?
Because all you do is sit on your Switch and you play Animal Crossing.
Oh, sorry. It's a good game.
It is a good game.
It's addicting.
Speaking of games, you know, even when the world right now is starting to
fall
reopen,
apart.
What?
Fall apart. It falls apart and then it comes back together.
No, it's all a bag of dicks. The world is a bag of dicks that keeps reopening when it should just stop opening the zipper. You know, because that's how you get a little chub there, like snapped with the zipper, because y'all are being dum-dums. And since y'all are being dum-dums and reopening, because the world is shit, which I'm trying not to get into any politics at the moment.
Yes.
Even while we are reopening states in stages, many of us still have strict sanctions on us that prevents us from going to work. So we have compiled a list of 7 games that we are currently playing, just to keep us occupied in the middle of this COVID pandemic. So while some of y'all are still stuck at home, I know I am, especially with my theater job.
Yes.
We have across 3 different consoles. Last podcast that we had about Redwall. We talked about not having Switches. Well, we went ahead and splurged just a little bit, because when are we going to be able to splurge again when the world reopens?
But at the same time, we were saving up for it. And we had enough in savings, a piece, actually, to get
2 Switch Lites and a couple games. So,
and we did.
Because of that, we have across 3 different consoles, 7 games for you to play, to check out, to do what you need to do. So the first one is one of Holly's. I'm going to let her take it away on that. It is The Glass Masquerade on the Nintendo Switch.
So it is a puzzle game that I stumbled across with their sale that they were having. I think it was like 60% off or something like that. So I pretty much got the game for like $4, which is not bad. And it's originally like $15.
Yeah. It's an indie developer, I think, as well. Yeah.
But it is one of those puzzle games that you put together. But what I love about it, it's like stained glass artwork. It is gorgeous. You get like 25 different countries, and there's a specific puzzle for each country. So like for America, it's all New York. There's Canada. I can't remember what that one was. There was a couple that were different animals. Japan had a geisha, and it was gorgeous. It also had Mount Fuji in the background too.
You know, this kind of sounds like that old puzzle game. I forget what it was called, but it was an old puzzle game that we had back in the early 2000s, where it had like mahjong with it and different stained glass sort of puzzles for the PC. I don't exactly remember what
Kinda.
that
But
was.
it's very soothing game, especially if you're playing games that kind of give you gamer's thumb in a way. It's one of those you just use one joystick, like one Joy-Con, and the A-B button to place it, to get everything into place. And it just, you forget how long you spend on it.
So with like having Switch lights for us, since you know,
Yeah.
we have everything hooked up to our TV, but having our own separate consoles, having that particular one, it's not threatening any carpal tunnel for you.
No. And you know I have wrist issues.
Yeah.
So that one actually soothes my wrist in a way once I start feeling, okay, I need to give my hand a break.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Not a lot of people like puzzle games, but those who do love puzzle games, I definitely recommend that one into your library.
I know a lot of people in their their 40s and 50s and on like the puzzle games. I know our stepmom loves puzzle games. Kim loves puzzle games.
I've always been a puzzle game type of person ever since I was a child.
Yeah, so if you have the Nintendo Switch, check out Glass Masquerade.
Definitely.
So the second one we are going to talk a little bit about is Red Dead Redemption Online. It's attached to Red Dead Redemption 2. The first online with Red Dead Redemption, that one was pretty fun. But with Red Dead Redemption 2, that is on all consoles now except for the Switch. And mine that I typically play on is PS4. I played day one on the Xbox, but my buddy John ended up talking me into getting this new one because he lives in this thing.
Well, not just that, every time, should I do this? Should I not do this? I need your opinion. And I'm like, do whatever you want to do. If it's, you know, during this time, if it's a way for you to hang out with John and kind of...
If our bills are paid and we have everything done.
It's then go for it.
Yeah, you can play it by yourself and it's a lot of fun. Like you can just throw on a couple podcasts and you can go hunting for a while.
You
It's
definitely
definitely
do
when
that.
PETA would be all like, no, because it's very, very visceral with the realistic hunting on it because you're skinning the animals, you're hunting the animals. Some of them you'll randomly find an arrowhead on one that is just a random encounter as well. That's just like down and screaming and just staring at you. And you're just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I need money. So... Yeah, the economy system is still pretty broken. It's not as bad as the beginning when it was like thousands and thousands upon dollars just for like one gun or something. And you are now able to get like their microtransactions in there. There's obviously microtransactions because it's Rockstar, you know, Grand Theft Auto, everything is with a shark. But with this one, everything is with gold. But with the Bounty Hunter pack, sometimes you can get those for free. Other times you can just do regular missions for the online portion. And that will give you gold as well. It's not as much gold as going out and purchasing a $25 card, which would give you like typically like $1 real money per gold bar or something like that.
Right. And you don't like to do the going out and buying the cards. You're the type of person who likes to earn the gold.
I like to earn everything. So with the daily challenges as well, weekly it increases it like times whatever. So each one will give you like 0.5 gold or something like that. So 50 cents in gold or 25 cents in gold and that sort of thing. So that is one that you'll have to look out for. It does definitely need a good few updates. There's a lot of glitches, a lot of camp glitches. The spawning system.
I've noticed that when I would
some of the spawnings, it's terrible. You can't find any animal spawns. But I do have to say, even with all of that, it does beat Grand Theft Auto 5 for me.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on the online. Like, Grand Theft Auto Online, if you're doing like the races or something, those are pretty fun when you're doing the missions and the races. When you are in GTA 5, you have nothing but freaking grievers forever. I started playing I have it on Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then I now have it because I game share with our good friend Nick. He let me borrow the PlayStation 5 version. I logged into that and I automatically got I was in passive mode, so they couldn't kill me at all.
Yeah, and you were in a tattoo shop.
Yeah, I went into a tattoo shop, and some asshole little 12-year-old blocked me in with a limo, killed the dude, and was sending me DMs saying, "Come out." Like, you don't get that on Red Dead Online, because with that you can either parlay with them, which makes you unkillable to them for 10 minutes. You can also send the law after them as well by pressing charges, and they're automatically started to be wanted, which is pretty nice. But a lot of people in Red Dead, they don't take kindly to grievers. Even grievers don't take kindly to grievers in Red Dead. And everything's pretty balanced as well, where it's not one person has a tank and they're just running through with this tank and just decimating everybody. That's a lower level player.
Yeah.
In this one, even the high 200, 300 levels, they also have some issues as well, where they're pretty even with like a level 5 or something that just has like a cattleman revolver and a repeater, the bare bones basic repeater, until they get that Lancaster, and that Lancaster and bolt action, and you are pretty much unstoppable.
Your favorite weapon
My
in
favorite
that entire
weapons.
arsenal.
Those two, and then the Schofield. Those three, those are perfect. And then if you're wanting to play with friends, or if you're wanting to play by yourself, either way you do it, you can't go wrong with it.
Right.
The only times that you can is when freaking Crips won't give you your goddamn camp, and you're trying to spawn
Crips.
or something. Yeah, it has too many glitches, and it does need a couple more updates to get like the OG players
I agree
back
with that.
into the game as well, because it's still the same. Like, I think they just released the latest Outlaw Pass, which we've been waiting for forever, and every Tuesday there's like a new update or something for it. But just buying the game alone, like, you definitely get your $60 worth of that, especially since Red Dead rarely goes on sale. It's very Rockstar very rarely puts anything on sale, but they tend to still put all of their eggs in one basket, and that basket is GTA, because all those little 12-year-olds are playing that when they really shouldn't be.
No, they really shouldn't be playing that.
I digress. That is Red Dead Redemption Online that we're playing, and I'll be playing again soon with the boys of the Doll Gang and the School of the Wolf very soon. So the next one Holly is going to take away. We both have been playing on the PS4 as well. This is Persona 5 Royale.
So really, this is a revamped version of Persona 5. And it just has some DLC content. It also has some characters, like some new ones. I forget what the new girl's name is.
She is the gymnast.
Yes, and
Forget what it's been a while.
And she is adorable. Yeah, it's been a while because we've been mostly on Switch.
She kind of looks like a Japanese Christina if Christy took gymnastics.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But there's some new demons as well, especially when you go into the what
Underground circuit. Oh god, it's not the palace, it's Mementos.
Yeah, when you go into Mementos, if you stay too long and you start hearing chains rattling, run.
You're gonna face like
Spoiler
a big
alert.
boss. Yeah, a big boss. I mean, it's not like a too big of a boss, but it's pretty ominous.
The Reaper.
And scary. Oh yeah, the Reaper.
Jordan was playing it before me and got to the Reaper, and she's like, yeah, if you ever hear the chains rattling, you run. You run and get out as fast as you can.
I was just talking to Josie most of the time, which I don't know why they say Josie when he's a boy, and it should be like Jose, but it's Japan, you know.
I know, and Japanese pronunciation on words is a little different than English pronunciation.
Yeah.
So I get that. But the game itself is phenomenal.
See, I finished Persona 5.
Yeah.
Nick ended up getting that for me
original.
last year for my graduation present.
Oh my god, it has been a year.
Yeah, that was well over. I put in like 300 hours into that game. Just to, close to, like, if you're doing, like, a straight run through for it, it'll take you about, like, 120 hours. So Persona 5 Royale added, like, another, like, 100 hours. If you're a completionist like I am.
And
another
it added
100 or another 50 hours for regular gamers on that.
So much more content was added on. Like, just the fact that you can now hang out with this new chick. And you can romance this new chick.
There's a couple new romances in it. You can now take out Carolyn and Justine.
Yes.
You can go to different areas as well. There's like an underground market that goes to a what was it? It's like a temple or something that you can go to.
Yeah,
as well.
You can go to the temple now during the daytime. As long as you have a ticket to go in during the daytime.
There's a new palace as well.
There might be a couple new palaces. We haven't gotten too far in.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a massive, big ass game. It's huge. So, like, putting too many, like, playing all these different games, it's... Well,
not just that. There's been times where the both of us just stop in one area and we just keep making him run and walk and... Just the clack, 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 clack.
When you're in school, it's the shoes on wood, and it's super satisfying. Just throw on your best headset and just listen to it. It's pretty much ASMR with a game.
Especially to us, because certain sounds we're like, yes. That's one of the sounds that we're like, yes.
Now, something that I do have to say that's a little controversial for us is just our game style that we like to play. We're not huge fans of the turn-by-turn combat system.
Right.
In, like, most games. I know, like, a lot of JRPGs, Japanese role-playing games, those do have the turn-by-turn. That's the same with, like, all the Final Fantasies and with the Pokemon games. I can stomach those in the Pokemon games, but in Persona 5 Royale, they make it a little bit more refreshing, where I do enjoy that turn-by-turn.
Right.
Like it's like in a Adventure Time turn-by-turn or something like that with the pirate Adventure Time game.
In a way.
I don't really care for that one.
I mean, yeah. I'm not a big, like you said, not a big turn-by-turn fan.
Or more hack and slash.
Yes, definitely. But in this aspect with Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royale, we enjoy it because it actually makes it enjoyable for a turn-by-turn.
And
turn-by-turn.
Music. Oh, the music. Fuck, man. That music. There's also that new hangout spot with the palace where you can play trumps or something, or tycoon, I think is what it's called. Tycoon. It's pretty much like playing the game Asshole, the drinking game Asshole, but not. You get that to earn like coins to get like all the bonus stuff at the end.
Yeah,
and that's pretty fucking.
And you can
fantastic.
decorate the Thieves' Den is what it's called.
Yeah.
So you can decorate the Thieves' Den however you want once you unlock certain things.
Yeah, I think the last place I stopped at was right after Madarame's palace. I was starting to get into with Little Miss Perfect, the
class president.
Class rep.
I got to the palace with the mafia boss.
Yeah, you just finished that, so you are ahead of me.
Not by much.
Not by too much, because I tend to like one-shot the palaces. So I do like one day is just go power straight through everything that I can until it makes me stop because, oh, cutscene, emotional, this person just awoken another persona. So it typically takes me like 3 days to...
But now that it's added the seeds...
Yeah.
The 3 seeds that you have to collect.
Yeah. They give you extra powers and extra stuff, and you can replenish your SP as well. If you're getting down low.
But you have to collect all 3
before you take out the palace, otherwise you're gonna lose it forever. And so you have to take all of those 3 out as soon as possible. I don't know what they will give you. I know if you talk to Josie at the close to the end in Mementos, if you talk to Josie, he will turn those into items you can wear and such.
Yeah.
So it gives you extra powers, extra boosts, extra whatever your play style is for this. So that's something really, really cool. I think I might romance Futaba again.
You and Futaba.
I know, she's too adorable. Especially with I'm like, I will make Sojiro my father. He's already a father figure, but he is a sweet little cinnamon roll and must be protected at all costs.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Before we get too off topic there.
Yeah. So the next one I am playing is on Nintendo Switch. You can play it on anything, really. I think it's better suited on the Switch, honestly. It is called Afterparty. Whew. That game, so much fun. It came out in October. With this, you are playing as 2 characters. It's kind of like a walking simulator side scroller, but the 2 characters is Lola and Milo. They both died during their college graduation or something. Like they were dead for like 17 minutes or something, and you start off in this party area thinking that, oh, we're just saying bye to everybody, but turns out they didn't know that they were dead. They were still at that party that they died at, and they were dragged to hell, and they have to get back to the land of the living by out drinking Satan himself.
Oh no.
It is hilariously written. It is fantastically written. Everything about it, there's not a beat is missed with this game.
So it's your type of humor.
It's really dark humor.
Dark humor and bad puns.
Very much so. So
perfect.
The game. Okay, so when you're with the game, you go to different bars in there, and it either punishes you or rewards you for drinking while doing this. Different drinks will cause you to have different reactions. One you'll get more angry, one you'll get more flirty, one you'll get more sick, another one you'll get more sloppy. Each time you do it and play, it's different every time. It's about like 4 hours if you power through it. You can go through it a little bit slower if you choose one option over the other, but some of the puns in there are so poignant and hilarious. It's not.
Oh, no.
It's horrible. It's horrifically funny.
Something you would definitely say just off the top of your head.
Like there's one that you're going into the Dirty Hurdy-Gurdy, which is an old bar, which looks like
what?
Yeah, it's the Dirty Hurdy-Gurdy. It looks like a Hard Rock Cafe, and up on the wall there is the British pop rocker, the British songstress, and then like 50s rocker. It's legitimately David Bowie, Amy Winehouse, and Elvis.
Oh no.
And they're all just standing there fucking with you.
What?
Yeah, they're all trapped in a wall in a Hard Rock Cafe, fucking with you. Like they'll talk to you. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, this person over here, yeah, they were in like this band, like the Worm or something like that." And this chick, she's terrible, but she's also really cool. But the chick is like based off of the lead singer from the Cranberries. Yeah, so like there's also Prince in there as well.
Oh, no.
I haven't gone to the other guy, which is a demon that was being harassed by a human. So that's pretty funny. And you have your personal demon popping up every once in a while. And they're just
Your own
absolutely
personal
terrible.
demon?
Yeah, you have a personal demon that is spawned from you when you're born or something. That it's like a little seed, a little poop, a little something, you know.
A little poop?
Yeah, she says, yeah, I'm just that little poop that you pooped out of your mom when you were born.
What kind of game is this?
It is hilarious. It's an indie game, but I definitely I don't want to like give too much away from it. I haven't fully finished it because I'm trying to like absorb everything. I got up to Satan's place, all the way up to there. I haven't met him just yet, so I'm just standing outside. It's the last place I stopped. But you will laugh your ass off for hours.
Oh boy.
Just hours and hours of pure insanity. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So definitely check out Afterparty on the Nintendo Switch, especially on the Switch Lite. Have your headphones in because it's not one you want to play around the kids. Not at all.
Oh no. I can agree with that.
The next one I'm going to let Holly talk about because I got this game for her. We got the collector's edition we pre-ordered the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yes.
But in doing so, I'm like, hey, this is on sale for like $15 right now when it's originally $60. How about we go ahead and get this? It's Assassin's Creed Ezio collection for the Xbox One.
Yes.
Again, that's on all consoles. So take that wherever you would like it. We just play it. We prefer all of our Assassin's Creed in the Xbox One or the Xbox setting because that's where we originally started playing.
Right.
So go ahead, and what are your thoughts? What about the controls? Maybe like if there's any bugs that were fixed, any coloration, because it's pretty much like the same thing.
It's just remastered, really, with the Ezio collection, but the controls are actually a little easier this time around than they were for the 360.
So you're not yeeting yourself into oblivion anymore?
You still are, just not as bad. I mean...
So you're saying that you still are, but not as bad is me hearing you at like 4 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm doing some work and you're going, fuck, no, you bastard!
You know I get frustrated easily.
Yeah. Go up the damn wall, motherfucker! This game makes you rage so hard that you keep playing.
It does, but I love it. I love it.
You love the pain. It hurts so good.
Yeah, it is one of those where you love the pain. But when they did the remastered, we actually looked at video clip of the original compared to the remastered.
Right.
The coloration is a lot crisper, a lot sharper. Same with a little bit of the graphics. They did do a little tweaking on the graphics there. Everything about this, how you go from the first game all the way to the last game dealing with Ezio, how they have it like you're in the Animus with the synchronization.
Yeah, when
they
you're choosing
even
your
included,
game.
What was it, 1 or 2 of the little movies that they made?
Yeah, it was Lineage, and then I forget what the last one was, but it's with Ezio training his last lady that you play in the China Assassin's Creed China with the side scrollers, but with her that's his death. So the Ezio collection is literally from the movie, the 3 games with Ezio, and then his death.
Right.
So it's his entire life span.
Which you own the physical copy of Lineage.
Yes.
So we first seen about the film on YouTube, of course, because, hey, YouTube, back then, they put just about everything on there.
Yeah.
And then...
I think they released it originally on the Ubisoft site for
They
YouTube,
might have.
because it was a web series movie. It was just a short movie.
Yeah, they might have. And then you found it one day at, like, Walmart or Target or something like that. Best Buy. Okay,
Yeah.
That was it. You found it in their film collection, and you're like... this coincides with this game. And I'm like, at first I wasn't too into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I've always been a Ubisoft fanboy, so.
And then as I keep playing it, I'm like, okay, yes. So this really kind of gets you back into the OG of Assassin's Creed, not with Altair.
Yeah, I know the very first one with Altair, that one, it's very ominous and eerie about
It is.
The Crusade area.
Something about the first one with Altair, it was just creepy. I played it once and I will not touch the game again with the first one.
Even
it
when
just
I was
creeps
playing
me
it,
out.
like, even BioShock doesn't creep you out as much as that one does. It's like something about it.
Yeah, it's like something where you're playing it and it's like something you shouldn't know about.
Yeah. Which, if that's what they were going for, that's freaking perfect, which I really enjoyed. But at the same time, the Ezio collection, the Assassin's Creed 2 is what put Assassin's Creed on the map. Mm-hmm. Everybody really liked the first one, and they're like, yeah, this is pretty good.
And then they went back and played with Altair, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna skip this one altogether.
In Revelations, Holly hasn't played Brotherhood of Revelation. She just watched me play it back in like 2012.
I think I tried it once, and I couldn't get back into it.
Yeah. With Revelations, though, you will be playing with Altair a little bit, with back and forth.
Now, that one I do know, because I have gotten to that part.
Yeah.
Where
you just never finished any of these games before.
Right.
So you're going...
Well, I have finished the first one with Ezio, when he becomes the assassin. I have finished that one before.
Okay. So it's just all the other ones except for, like, Origins and Odyssey.
I've finished Origins.
Yeah, I'm saying you haven't finished any other one except for Origins or Odyssey.
Well, I haven't even finished Odyssey.
Jesus.
There's that much content.
And they come out almost every year. Now it's every 2 years because they finally found their formula and such. And
yes.
Valhalla looks beautiful.
Victory or Valhalla.
Beautiful Valhalla.
Seriously, cannot wait for this game to come out.
I'm excited about it.
Oh.
With the Ezio collection, with the remastered, is it better with the more contrasty and better lighting effects that they use?
Yes.
Okay. And then what about going back to your roots?
It just brings that nostalgia back, really.
Back in 2012 when everything was beautiful and okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to really describe the game that really got you started into liking Assassin's Creed games.
Or just in gaming in general.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those where it's like, this is my baby, I must hold on to my baby.
Yeah. It's one of those that it's really hard to describe how you feel about the game and how much the game has affected you as a gamer.
So, would you say that it is a perfect game to pick up for COVID?
Definitely. The feels.
Yes,
the major feels.
Speaking of feels, Elder Scrolls Online.
That's your feels.
That's my feels. I live in that world. We have that for the Xbox One. Again, that is on every console except for the Switch, because it takes forever to get a license through Nintendo.
This is true.
This is
very true.
But with Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of people were like, oh, it's an online, it's supposed to be single player. You can play it single player. I play it single player. I don't have any friends to play Elder Scrolls Online with.
Right.
So I play it like it's a single player, and all the other players walking around and everything, for me, they're just like NPCs that occasionally help. It's very rare that there'll be a hindrance or anything. You can easily walk through or someone, so you're not stuck anywhere. But there's elements of being able to play by yourself. There's places that you have to play single player as well. If you go for the vanilla game, I ended up creating another character and got...
How many characters do you have now? 6?
There
7?
is, on the North American server, I have 7, and on the European server, I have 6. Yeah. I just wanted to, like, start different characters and everything.
You have 13 characters.
I do.
On 2 different servers.
Well, see, here's the thing, is I stream them on Mixer and Twitch.
Yes.
So each one has, like, their own story, and I have, like, for each one, I have my own little role play for them. So it's... I do like different voices for them when I'm streaming and everything, and it's just so much fun. One person is like a complete asshole. Okay, if you want to play as a giant freaking purple cat, you can play as a giant freaking purple cat, okay? Or an elf, a giant ass elf.
13 characters.
I don't care. I don't care. Right now I'm playing as a wood elf named Yorvith, and he is in Yorvith is from
The Witcher.
The Witcher 2. But I am playing as him. He's a wood elf in not the Ebonhard Pact. Oh god, the Eldameri Dominion. Playing as him in Eldameri. So it's pretty fun, and I went into the Elsewhere DLC. I wanted to start that from scratch, like, because each character, each DLC that it gives you starts you off in different sections as well, and that's why I started those different ones for each DLC that I had. So it doesn't always like start you off in Cold Harbor, it starts you off in Elsewhere. So I had a giant kitty saying, "Oh no, the dragons are coming back." So that's why I have all those different characters, because I want the giant kitty cat to be like, "Dragons! Oh god, dragons!" Because, you know, nothing's better than kitties. Giant kitties. Giant-ass kitties. You know, no. Something is better than giant-ass kitties. Giant-ass puppers.
Yes.
Woofers. Giant doggos.
But, I mean, kitty toe beans.
Yeah. I do also have to say that ZeniMax Studios, they didn't publish the game. Obviously, it was Bethesda. It's a Bethesda property, but they did develop it. ZeniMax knows what they're doing. Bethesda creating their own stuff, launching it, especially with like the creation engine for Fallout 76, it's still terrible. It's enjoyable in small doses, especially since they put like the Wastelanders on that, but I have the disc for it, and it's making my disc drive screech. It's so buggy. Like, 76 had a glitch in the latest update that could brick your console. And they fixed that, but I'm also hearing like a bunch of screeches from the disk drive, and it's only when I play Fallout 76. So I know with Elder Scrolls with ZeniMax, they are at least doing something right, where they're not trying to break your console or stop your disk drive from working altogether. I know we have like the first generation of the Xbox One, but it's still like, come on, Bethesda, get your shit together. Like,
I've definitely
they used to be like
that.
on top of the world, and then ZeniMax has the rights to make an Elder Scrolls Online, and it works for them. It's worked. It's on par right now. I know it's very controversial to say, but it is on par with like a RuneScape or with a World of Warcraft. It's very on par with those. Fallout 76 had that potential to be that if they released it with the Wastelanders where it was supposed to in the first place, but not so buggy.
Not just that, but if they actually took the time to fix the bugs before releasing the game first.
They're not gonna, it's just a cash grab right now for Bethesda. Like, Bethesda is about as much of a shit show as EA right now. Because EA, theirs is nothing but microtransactions, and that is exactly what Fallout 76 has become. Yes, there are a lot of microtransactions in Elder Scrolls Online, but it's also stuff that you can earn. It's stuff that adds to the game. It's not just all cosmetic bullshit.
Right.
Like, all the cosmetic bullshit, you can eventually earn it by either trading with people or by playing this, and this. They make it obtainable. They make you want to play it. It's not a pay-to-play. Like Bethesda, if they create, like, if they developed it, not just published it, it would have been a pay to play to brick your console. And that's what makes all the difference.
What you don't, and what you don't want. You don't want to brick your console at all.
Yeah, and I love the Fallout series so much.
You do.
But it's just like, that's why I only play in like small
76
quantities.
has actually broken you from
It has.
loving Fallout, which is kind of sad.
It is. Like, it did for a lot of us. Like, I was hardcore, like, ride or die. Like, oh, even if their 76 is bad and everything, like, it's never made my console squeal like a dirty, dirty pig. Like, it's never done that before until this new update. And now it's doing that. And it's only with 76. But with, like, Elder Scrolls, I would be talking more about, like, play 76 or give 76 a chance. But Elder Scrolls Online, if you're gonna invest your money in something, especially with like new updates or something, there's a new one where you are in ancient Skyrim in the latest update. I forget what it's called. It starts with a D. But with that in Elder Scrolls Online, put your money into Elder Scrolls Online over Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Because 1, it's not the creation engine. 2, it's absolutely gorgeous. 3, the bugs aren't as bad. Yes, it's still buggy. Because, you know, it's still Bethesda.
Well, yeah.
But it's not as seriously, heavily buggy to brick your console. And then on top of that, there's dragons. Yeah, you'll have Scorch Beasts in the other one, in 76, but there's freaking dragons. Dragons are better than Scorch Beasts. I'm sorry. Scorch Beasts are just giant, irradiated bats. Huge-ass, irradiated, ugly-ass bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little too angry with that one. Because I love it so much, but they fucked it over so bad. So bad.
Yep.
But definitely, if you have to choose between Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, go for Elder Scrolls Online.
Well,
You'll
not
have
just
a
that.
lot
I mean,
more
if
content.
you're also, for those who play like D&D and stuff,
Yeah.
if you're at a loss of what type of character to create for a new campaign, Elder Scrolls Online.
I mean, there's also Neverwinter, which is pretty
It's pretty much the
decent.
same
And
thing. It's
and-
just
yeah.
one is labeled Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, well, it's not just the same thing. It's a different MMO RPG, but
Closely similar.
they're closely related. One is more Fallout, like, not Fallout, Elder Scrolls, if you're liking more Elder Scrolls. The other has more of a top-down sort of feel with it, even though it's not completely top-down. But that one is free. You can play on any console with Neverwinter.
But
so
like,
you can play
like
on
I
any...
was saying, if you're stuck in creative mode for a campaign with friends, you can do that and create your character.
Yeah, and you'll never really get bored because there's always something to do.
Exactly.
Speaking of always having something to do, the last one will both be like deep diving. I'm gonna try to let Holly take over on that. I just get too impassioned about games. The one that we are playing all the time, constantly, whenever I'm rendering or something, I'm like in the zone with this.
Or if we get tired of playing like the PlayStation or the Xbox.
Yeah, it's Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
New Horizon on Nintendo
Oh
Switch.
my gosh. It's amazing.
It's so good. It's so good. It's something that doesn't get you super ragey. It doesn't really. It has some glitches.
Well,
yes.
I mean,
okay,
disappointy
with the
boys.
Disappointy boys, which we call those disappointy boys. They are the sea bass, the black bass, the mackerel, and the loaches.
Oh.
Those ones, the constant ones that always take your bait on your hook when you are hunting, foraging, fishing. I call it hunting, even though it's like picking for bugs and such.
When you're trying to fish for the bigger fish,
yeah, when you're trying to fish for a coelacanth
or an oarfish,
or if
mahi-mahi.
Yeah, or if you time jump, if you're one of those and you're looking for like different sharks or something rare, there's always those giant ass little nuggets on there just floating around going, hey, hello, hi, I'm an oarfish, come get me. No, I'm not. It's a fucking disappointing boy. Oh god. It's terrible.
It is, and it's like no matter how much bait you actually make, because yes, you can actually create bait in this now.
Which that's new from when we used to play, because like the only ones that we ever played for Animal Crossing was the 2001 on the GameCube, which was also, it was when GameCube was just starting, so they had the cross-platform. There was one on the N64. It's the exact same game, only it's less coded and everything, but there's also the GameCube one, and that's like the first game that I bought, and I bought that system. I got the rare one, the limited edition, silver edition of the GameCube.
Yeah, we still have it.
Yeah, I just got to find the hookups for it or go to like a retro game shop, because it was like when we moved out from our dad's place.
Yeah, our old house, we just boxed up everything instead of labeling wires
and such. So I don't know exactly where those cords are, or if I accidentally threw them away somewhere. So I'll have to look at like a retro shop or something.
Probably
like
in your room somewhere.
Bob's. They might be in my room somewhere, because but
either your room or the office.
Yeah, either or. But this game, the only time you ever really rage is when you get those disappointing boys. But
yes,
it has a lot of updates.
It does.
It has beautiful lighting. The sound system for it, the music of it, is very reminiscent of the 2001, the original. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
It is. And the fact that you can not only create your town song, like your town theme, you can also create your town flag. Yeah. They didn't have that with the OG with the flag. They had that with the song, just not the flag.
Yeah, and something I do miss with the OG was that you had the they changed this around where you get the recycle bin, so you get that instead of the town dump and instead of the police lineup, the police area.
I don't remember that well.
Yeah,
it's been so long since we've played the OG.
Yeah, or there was also the post office that you can go to, and Phyllis, oh, she was a bitch.
Phyllis, why are you so angry with us? We're trying to send friends messages.
She was always annoyed at your existence, your very just presence, just you coming up and breathing in her general direction.
It was like Phyllis didn't want to do her job. It was like, oh, why am I here?
Yeah, or you don't really have, you don't have Tortimer either. It's now Isabella.
Yeah. You still have Tom Nook and his two boys, Timmy and Tommy.
Yes.
Of course. But now you have Isabella, part of the residence.
Yeah, the residence hall.
Yeah.
We play it organically. Back when we played 2001, we tend to change the time on that a lot.
Yeah, we did do that.
Jumped with that. But with this one, we're wanting to play organically instead of time jumping. Which, not to shame anybody that time jumps, except for Nick, just a little bit, who makes fun of us for looking up, like, how-to guides every now and again when we're stuck on a puzzle. And he's like, no, you gotta fix it. You gotta find it yourself. He does that, and then he's the one that's time jumping. So I gotta give him a little bit of shit about that, because it's a funny ha-ha sort of thing.
Yep, turnabout's fair play, Nicholas.
Is what is mainly what we're giving a little pokey poke at. But
yeah,
you know, no shame on anybody who time jumps for that.
Right.
It's pretty fun, and we play on the northern hemisphere as well.
Yeah.
So we'll get all like the southern fish later, and they keep updating stuff.
Like they just had an update not that long ago.
Yeah, June is coming pretty soon, so the weddings is coming for the northern hemisphere.
That's right.
So those are limited time stuff. You will have to get those. You have to purchase those and with your bells or your Nook miles or whatever you need to use it for, because it's for that limited time and that limited time only.
Whichever one they decide to put it as. If it's regular
do both.
bells, or if it's Nook Miles, or if they just decide to do both.
Yeah, some people already time jumped, so they have it. Or they already got the update with an advanced update because they're like YouTubers, so it's like media attention for it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but the code is being slowly added over the next few days, especially since it's like a week till June now.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly. So, we're just waiting for that weddings pack, and we're waiting for, there's also rumor that we're getting the coffee shop as well. So,
please let this happen. Everybody needs their go-go juice.
I'm still, Mabel will come to my island, but I'm still waiting for her to put up the April shop.
To plant her roots with the shop?
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. And I'm really wanting Ed and Derwin, because those two were my OG dudes back in the GameCube.
Oh, yes, so you loved Ed and Erwin.
Yeah, though they changed. Derwin's, they kept the same, where he was lazy before, and then Ed's, they changed his. He used to be like a jock, so he used to be like Dom, really adorable. Now he's like snooty, and nobody really likes him. They all just want that Raymond, because he has the 2 different eye color, and he's a cat, so. Yeah, he just has like a more sophisticated look to him. He's a snooty businessman, but everybody wants him because he looks really cool. But I don't know, I get really attached to all of my villagers.
You do.
I do.
Even if they're dicks.
Even if they're dicks. I will not get Pietro, though. Pietro can fucking die in a fire.
That bad?
He's the clown ram.
Oh, no clowns. No. I'm sorry.
I don't have a phobia of clowns. He's just super fucking annoying, whereas Ollie's like, ugh.
I don't like clowns. The only clown that I'm okay with
is Ronald McDonald.
No, Puddles. Puddles Pity Party.
Yeah, even that, he kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like, I'm not super, I don't have a phobia of the clowns. It's just, it's super uncomfortable.
Well, you met Ronald McDonald
I did
personally.
When I used to work at McDonald's, yeah, but...
And he still creeped you out.
He was
creepy.
I can't exactly say because of NDAs while working there and such, but he's pretty freaking creepy.
Yeah, you came home and you're like, yeah, he's actually creepier than they make him out on TV.
Yeah. He's super cool with kids, but he's just one of those.
Just the clown aspect is really creepy.
No, it's not the clown. It's the. I can't say any more than that, but
for me, it's
just
clowns,
the vibe. It's just the vibe.
Clowns just creep me out. I can't watch anything with clowns. I can't even watch American Horror Story.
Yeah, with that one before Apocalypse.
No.
Yeah, that one was a little, especially with all the beehive sort of thing. Can't do the beehive wall either with the tryptophobia. Ooh, no.
Ugh. No.
But Animal Crossing, I do have to say as well, you can have up to 8 friends on your island.
At
either
one time.
Local play or on online play at one time, which the online play is perfect.
And we tend to do online play anyway, even though you and I are
have to have
local.
the Nintendo subscription for the online play, but that you can have a family plan for $34 a month versus one subscription for Xbox and one subscription for not a month. Sorry, it's $34 for up to 8 people for a year.
Yeah.
For Xbox and PlayStation, it's $60 for the year for each one, and that's just for one person.
Yeah.
So for each one, you'll have to have different ones, but Nintendo makes it easier and more affordable, especially for families. But during the pandemic as well, playing with Chris and Nick is pretty nice because we get to go around on each other's islands, and we have if you have the Nintendo app as well, you can play and talk to people on your phone.
As long as you're on the same island, though, we've noticed that if you are on the same island and talking with the app, through the Nintendo feature where you can make phone calls that way, it won't drop the call. But if you go to a different island without that person, it'll drop the call.
Yeah.
Like after, I want to say like after 5 minutes.
Yeah, it gives you about like 5 minutes to say goodbyes, good nights, all that sort of thing. Sometimes it might be a little bit sooner, because I was talking with Chris the other day when she was on my island, and it was a little bit sooner. She didn't drop it. It just dropped already on her, and she texted us saying, hey, it dropped, sorry, but bye.
Yeah.
One of those, but it feels like going out on the town with your friends without actually going
leaving
out
your
on the town.
house.
Yeah. You're not leaving your house, you're abiding by the social distancing and everything, but like you can still hit each other with nets to your heart's content.
Yeah, you can also see what they build too.
Yeah.
Like see their houses, how they've decorated it.
Their different island, how they set up the layout for that too.
Yeah.
Because that's something with the first Animal Crossing that you couldn't do.
You could still update your home and such.
Yeah, you weren't able to like place things around your town. You weren't able to do any of that. It was mostly more so finding items for friends, picking weeds, shaking trees, and fishing. And more so like
bugs.
talking with friends. Like there was one that you can go on a workout spree as well with some of your jock people, but this time around you don't have to talk to any of your villagers except for maybe like once, so they don't leave if you don't want them to leave.
Well, unless if you want those extra Nook miles that they do,
that too.
They'll have like challenges to do where it's an extra 100 or 200 or 250 or 150 or something like that.
Yeah.
One of them is talk to 3 of your villagers.
Yeah, I tend to talk to like all of my villagers every day, at least once to twice, just to say like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Or if you've already talked to them and they're like, hey, Rose, or hey, Holly, or whatever, and they've got something for you.
Yeah,
that's
or
how
like,
you learn a lot of reactions
if they
too.
are crafting something and you can talk to them and you can get that DIY. Like, it's really cool that literally everything on the island, you just shake some trees or use the blunt axe to chop some wood without killing
like the flimsy axe
completely.
and then the next step up from the flimsy.
Yeah, so
without killing the tree,
it just you pretty much can build to your heart's content and do everything. Like, it feels like The Sims at times, but without the constant, oh, I need to drink, oh, I need to eat, oh, there's a fire, I can't do anything, oh, I'm gonna pick a fight with a toddler. No, it's not like that at all.
Yeah, it's a little better than The Sims because you don't really have to worry about a lot of that.
No, you don't have to worry
unless you
about,
decide to eat the fruit.
Yeah, you can eat the fruit, you can poop the fruit out too. If you wanted to, you could sit on the toilet and it poops the fruit out. So, I mean, like, there's a lot to do in this. It's very relaxing. It's like a puzzle in some aspects.
In some ways, especially when you're crafting.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure you have this amount of this material, this amount of this material, and then build from there.
Yeah. So I would definitely, like, take a look around and give us your dodo codes as well if you want us to go to your island.
And it is a good game to get your kids into.
Yeah.
Especially if you're...
There's a lot of parental controls as well that you can get your kids on there. And
especially if you're wanting to let your child get into gamings, if you believe they're of the age where it's good to let them start gaming. Animal Crossing is one of them.
It's perfect. Like, it's rated E for everyone. So for kids, like, you'll just have to monitor who, like, if they're able to go online or if they're able to do local play.
Correct.
You'll just have to monitor that, or if they're trying to give out a dodo code or something to some random stranger that's gonna, like, screw up their entire thing and steal from them.
Yeah.
So
those are really the only parentals that we advise you to watch, especially if your kid is like 5 and you're wanting to get them into gaming with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But
or even if you're like in your 50s as well too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get her stepmom into it because she has a Switch. My dad and my stepmom have a Switch.
Yeah.
That is one thing I do have to say with the Animal Crossing though. What really got us to get separate Switches instead of like one central console.
Correct.
Not only was it the Switch shortage that's going on because of COVID, but because we would have to have different... We would have the same island if we decided to play the same one. So having a
That
mini
is
one
correct.
on our handheld and such, that we have our own copy of Animal Crossing. Yeah, it was a little bit more expensive doing it that way, but in the long run, we're able to have our own island, do our own thing. It's more personalized, centralized for you. Or, you can just buy one copy, have 2 Switch lights, or a Switch and a Switch light. Don't link up your stuff to Switch, the Switch to the Switch Lite, and just hand that copy over. So you're just paying one copy, but it's just one person can play at a time.
That is true.
Either way, if you want to have one island where 2 people are contributing to what's going on the island, you're cohabitating that island, or having your own separate one. That's all up to you. It's all up to your creativity, and I think Nintendo did a decent job with that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah.
I applaud them on that.
Yeah.
Were there any other tidbits from the games that we discussed that you wanted to go over that we missed?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything without, too much spoiler for it, so people can, pick it up and look at it at their own leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to hit us up at all, if you want us to visit your islands in Animal Crossing, hit us up on the Twitter and give us that dodo code. Tweet us out that dodo code. We'll head right over, because right now we're stuck at home doing nothing. And vice versa. If you wanted to stop by, see what we're working on with our place, especially since we're organically a week and 2 days into Animal Crossing. Yeah, because it was Saturday when we got it, last Saturday, not this Saturday.
A week and 3 days.
A week
Today
and
marks
3 days.
a week and 3 days.
Yeah, because we're recording this on Wednesday. Well, Tuesday into Wednesday now.
Yeah.
Because it's late tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, we decided to go without the mowing earlier in the day.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, we just have planes overhead because Air Force Base.
Yep.
Love it. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for us today.
Yes.
If you liked what you're hearing, please give us some feedback. If you want to hear anything else, have any more topics to dish out, to talk about,
Always
let us
comments
know.
are available for your leisure down below.
Yeah, definitely.
You also have our Twitter handles, our Facebooks, our Instagrams.
Whatever you need, you got it. Just let us know what you want to hear, and we will get that covered.
Definitely.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us in the immortal words of Christina.
Hail Satan and Cthulhu!
And go game. Have fun. Social distance. Don't be a dick. And wear a face mask, 'cause you don't want the COVID. Bye.
Bye-bye.